We have a mystery on our hands this week. The scholars in this room are the crew of the mighty ship the Envisioneer. While in search of an ancient treasure, we were marooned on an island, and a key part of our navigational map went missing. Of the entire crew, we consider 4 suspects. Today, you will hear the evidence collected against Dr. Smart and shipwright Niff.
Thompson, and I will show how you use a splint. I learned this because in a shipwreck, people were injured and have broken arms, legs, and necks. And I learned how to cure them with splints. First, I will show the neck brace. You wrap it around like this, and then you wrap the other side around. Then you get this bandage stuff and wrap that around it. And then, after you're done doing that, I will show the arm brace next. You fold this end, then you fold the other end the same way. Then, after you do that, you take the brown bandage stuff again and wrap it around. Next, I will show the finger brace. So how you do this is you put the good finger by the broken finger, then wrap it. Then you would cut it and tape it. Now, I will show the leg brace. Then, you take the brown stuff again, and then wrap it around.
Hi, my name is Eli, and I'm going to talk a little about the respiratory system. First, the air comes through your nose, and bacteria and things in the air get caught in your nose hair. Then the air goes down your trachea into your lungs, where they take in oxygen. And when you breathe out, you dispose of the carbon dioxide that you breathe in. Then that oxygen is transferred into your blood so your body can have oxygen-rich blood to keep it alive. When you breathe in, your diaphragm expands so your lungs can fill up with oxygen. All of your body works together to make a system that keeps us alive. Without your lungs working, your body would shut down. The reason we studied lungs was because crew members on the ship were having breathing problems and we needed to fix them. Now on to Jonah. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jonah, and I want to tell you about pneumothorax treatment. Pneumothorax occurs when air escapes from the lung. The air fills a gap between the lung and chest cavity. This buildup puts pressure on the lung so it cannot expand as much as it does when you take a breath normally. If a larger area of the lung is collapsed, it's likely a hollow tube or needle can be put between the ribs so that the airspace that is putting pressure on the collapsed lung, the air will be pulled out through the hollow tube, relieving the pressure and allowing it to expand properly. Surgery. If a chest tube doesn't solve your problem, surgery may be necessary to close the air leak.
This is the lung model we made in class. This is the trachea where your air comes through. This is your lung, which expands when this, your diaphragm, expands. So as you can see, the diaphragm is expanding, and so is your lung. And when the diaphragm stops expanding, the lung shrinks when you exhale, and you can hear it.
Now, this is the pneumothorax lung. It doesn't work that well. As you can hear it more clearly when I'm just doing this.
My name is Reed, and I will explain how we made our robots. Everything we needed came in a kit. We used nuts and screws to attach the wheels, sensors, and motors. Then we had to perform tests to make sure everything was connected correctly.
I'm Ethan. I will explain how we programmed our robots. We used an app that allowed us to control the robot's movement. We then programmed the robot to rescue the missing crew members. This is just to show you how it works. So I put this code in, and so it's just going to drive forward.
That's how the code works.
We've been working on our robots since day one. We needed them to help find some of the missing crew members. Parts of the island can only be reached with the help of a robot.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll be talking about the heart because one of the crew members on the ship was having heart trouble. The heart pumps blood to your lungs, and then that blood absorbs all of the oxygen and becomes oxygen-rich blood. And it goes back to your heart through the right atrium, then the right ventricle, and gets pumped all through your body.
Once the blood reaches its destination, the organs absorb the oxygen and the nutrients inside the blood. Then it gets sent back through veins, through the heart, into the lungs, and then repeats.
My name is Caleb, and I will teach you about snake bites. First, we discovered that one of the crew members was bit by a snake. A hemotoxic snake affects your blood, and it can cause clogs in your blood so the heart can stop pumping blood. A neurotoxic snake affects your brain. It can cause problems such as foggy memory, and you won't be able to think while you have the snake bite. This is how to treat a snake bite. First, keep the part of your body below your heart, and then call 911 to identify it, and so they can tell if it's hemotoxic or neurotoxic. Make sure not to drink alcohol or caffeine, and don't run away from the snake because your heart could keep pumping faster. We figured out that Sydney Young was bitten by a pit viper, so she was not delusional about telling that Neff kidnapped her.
My name is Grayson. My team will be focusing on blood drops. Blood drops are found at the scene of the crime. If we can determine the height that the blood drops came from, we can find our suspect.
We dropped blood from 3 heights, 12, 30, and 66 inches. From those, we averaged the size of the splatters. Based on our test, blood came from 30 inches. That could mean the blood came from a hand, which the captain saw that Dr. Smart, the physician, had a bandage around his hand,
leading us to think that he might be involved in the crime. If this is true, we are one step closer to seeing who did the mutiny/crime.
As you can see, our team was successful in determining the height of the blood came from. We enjoyed analyzing the blood splatter and solving the crime. Thank you so much for listening to us.
This week, the ship captain left us a message that the mystery powder was found at the scene of the crime. We tested the mystery powder with different things, with water, vinegar, and iodine. Based on the reaction, we found out that it was cornstarch. Dylan?
Finding out the mystery powder was cornstarch. Cornstarch was so important because cornstarch can be used to treat December, which is common to a ship. Dr. Smart give Neff a salve made from cornstarch to treat December. We enjoyed being detectives.
This week we learned how to take fingerprints. We first practiced by putting glue on our fingers and pressing it on paper. This really helped the fingerprint show up. Then we dusted it with cocoa powder. Now we were ready to dust the cup for prints. After analyzing the evidence, we found out that it was Dr. Smart's print.
Thank you for listening.